Shut up and sit down.
Everybody, welcome to the KF Podcast, KFP 134, Top 5 Pet Peeves. I want to thank you all for listening. And if you just stumbled across us here on YouTube, go over and check us out at kfpodcast.com. Check us out at the KF Podcast, one word, on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, Snapchat. All your social media needs, we're out there. And if you want to listen to us on SoundCloud, we do a weekly show. Comes out every Friday. Look for us at the KF Podcast out there too. So today on the show, we have two people here via satellite. We have Mr. Brock Atkinson.
What's happening?
We have the Cheese, Justin.
Hey, everybody.
And we have no Ken, because Ken has no pet peeves. So he didn't want to do this episode because
Ken has no pet peeves.
He loves everything. He's just the happiest human being on the planet Earth. Nothing bothers him. So he said, I can't do a negative episode where I bitch about things that bother me. Right? No, I'm just kidding. He had family stuff to do.
Can we all agree that Ken is one of our pet peeves?
Yes. Ken comes in at number one. We're going to skip one. Just assume one is that we all can't stand Ken. That'll be number one. No, but he'll be back. Maybe he'll do his pet peeves next week on SoundCloud for you. So there we go. So, we just been trying to do some things a little different. We like to do top fives once in a while. We were heavy on all the nerd stuff and the MCU stuff, so we figured, hey, something quick, something funny, something different. What bothers us? And we have a lot of shit to complain about. So let's go here to our number fives. We're going to start with Brock. Brock, what is your number 5 pet peeve in the world? As I smack the microphone.
Number 5 for me is social media trolls.
Okay. I agree.
It has gotten so bad with me. I don't know. You guys have known me for a while. I used to be on Facebook all the time, Twitter all the time.
Oh, Brockstar. You were all over it.
Yeah, I would just I never took it seriously. It has gotten to a point now where it only looks like I have a presence on social media because either like you guys or my wife or somebody tags me in something.
Yeah, you're very silent.
No matter what I say, I get attacked from all angles. The most recent example is...
Oh, we're calling out names.
I was going to boycott the Christopher Robin movie because they left Gopher out of it. Gopher was my favorite Pooh character as a kid, and he never gets any love. So it's always been like a joke between my sister and I. Mm-hmm. So I tagged her in this post saying, I'm boycotting this stupid movie, #Team Gopher.
Okay.
It's just meant for the two of us.
Yeah, it's funny.
I get attacked by like 10 different people.
Saying what?
Oh my god.
Just yelling about...
Shame on you, Brock. You should... I mean, this is a nice, wholehearted family movie. I don't know why you would hate on it like this. Like, it's all from all over the place. Then I started fighting back like, no, this is like Team Gopher. Like, shame on you for not being upset that Gopher's not in this movie.
Exactly. All right, I like it.
It's annoying. I feel like I can't even make a joke to my sister now without getting attacked.
I agree. Justin, what's your number 5?
So mine is people who refuse to even listen to a point of view that's different from theirs. Now, okay. You could apply this to many
kind of similar to Brock's, a little similar.
Yeah, but you can apply this to many different areas in life. Specifically, I was calling out Marvel versus DC fanboys on the internet. So very similar to the internet trolls, because people on both sides, these fanboys, they won't even listen to another opinion. Everything else sucks. Theirs is the greatest.
I think we can name some people that we know that are like that.
Yeah. But this drives me nuts.
Okay. Well, I didn't go as big as you guys went. I went for like really specific things. So my number 5 is people who blow their damn grass into the street or public area when they cut their grass. That makes me so mad when I ride down the neighborhood and there's grass blown into the yard because you don't understand when you're driving your tractor that you're supposed to blow it into your own yard, not into the road. I can't stand lazy people that do that shit.
And if they don't, but yeah, I mean, go ahead and do it, but clean it up when you're done.
Oh, they don't clean it up. They just leave
I
it.
know.
So then it turns like to dried out, burned out grass all over the road when you drive by there. It's annoying. It's the laziest thing in the world to think, I probably shouldn't go this way. Nah, I don't feel like turning around. Screw it. I'm just going to do it anyway. That's
Come
my
on,
number
man.
5.
You live in an HOA. Just send some anonymous complaints.
I know. I might. All right, let's go to number 4. We'll go back to Brock here for number 4 and see what his number 4 is.
People who refuse to use their turn signals.
Oh, I'm guilty of that sometimes.
There's an intersection where I live at the bottom of a hill where if you go straight, you have to stop. But the oncoming traffic can turn either way and not stop. They don't have a stop sign there. If they have a turn signal on, I can go because I know that I'm not going to cut them off. 99 times out of 100, somebody turns, and I could have gone. But the one time I just assume that somebody's going to turn, they're going to just destroy and T-bone my car.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
They're there for a reason, and they're required for a reason.
Use your damn turn signals. All right.
Yes.
I like that one. Justin, what's your number 4?
Well, I'm actually going to switch my 3 and 4 now because my number 3 was Southern people who don't use their goddamn turn signals. Because no one down here, no one uses turn signals.
You guys are so much alike so far. This is scary. This is scary. Some more people with turn signals. Okay. All right. My number 4 is kind of Facebook related and comment section related. It's people who use the initials SMDH, shaking my damn head. I can't stand when people comment on my posts and they're like, oh, I can't believe you said that. Shaking my damn head. Are you really shaking your effing head at my comment? Are you really sitting there reading my comment, just shaking it back and forth? No, you're not. Get the hell out of here. It's as bad as laughing out loud, where you're not laughing out loud. You're not really LOLing and laughing out loud. You're not shaking your damn, and it's your damn head. It's SMDH, shaking my damn head at you. Like, you know what I'm doing? I'm flipping you off through the screen. I'm not shaking anything. I'm flipping you off. I hate those letters. All right, round 3. Brock, what's your number 3?
This one's going to get me in trouble.
Okay.
But taking pictures of food, in particular, my food.
So somebody very close to you, and it's not your daughter, does this.
When I'm at a restaurant and I wait 45 minutes to an hour for my meal, I don't want to pose with it. I want to eat it.
And the fact that you have to look behind your back first before you say it to make sure no one's listening is great. Like, let me check real quick. Yep, I'm cool. I agree with you. People posing with it. When I look over and I see someone in a restaurant and they're like taking multiple shots, I want to go over and kick it right in their face. Like, eat the goddamn thing. It's food. We've all eaten food before.
My wife's uncle, who's also a photographer, went to Permanis with us one time he was in. And he, got all these different lenses out and stuff and was taking pictures of our sandwiches. I was getting so annoyed because I just wanted to eat. Like, if I have a cold sandwich because you guys are taking all these pictures of my food.
And it's Permani Brothers. Who hasn't seen that? You can go to the website and see a picture of it if you're really that excited about it.
He's from New York.
Oh,
He does
jeez.
cool stuff.
God. How about you, Justin? Number 3.
All right, number 3.
Which was 4 originally.
When you're talking to somebody on the phone and they have a loud TV or radio or something going on in the background.
Baby.
And no, baby is a different story.
I get it.
But specifically a loud TV or radio.
Yeah.
And they're paying more attention to the show or
yep.
whatever than you. They won't mute it. They don't get up and leave the room. but they're trying to carry on a conversation with you and listen to a goddamn TV in the
So what
background.
you're saying is you call my parents on a regular basis, is what you're saying, right? Because
maybe that's a parental thing.
Because when you call my mother and you're talking to her, then you just hear all this noise in the background because my dad's watching TV on volume 80, and I'm like, who's talking in the background? Oh, we're watching Netflix. I'm like, well, can we pause it? Or then we won't talk. Like, I don't want to hear. I can hear Luke Cage like he's in my living room. You know, the TV's so damn loud. I hate that too. That's a big pet peeve of mine. I don't know why people do that. So speaking of that kind of noise, my number 3 is noisy, loud people in a movie theater. When I pay $12.50 for luxury seat tickets and people won't stop talking, making noise with their food, on their phone, nothing, it burns my ass so bad. When I'm like, look how much money I spent here and you have a baby in here and the baby's crying and the kid's talking. Like, this is a $12.50 movie. This isn't cheap. This isn't like the old days you go to $5 movie night. Like, these are expensive movies, and I want to see this movie. Shut up.
We don't get that too bad with nerd movies, but whenever I went to see Beauty and the Beast on opening night, the woman next to me literally FaceTimed her grandchildren in the middle of the movie to tell them that she was watching Beauty and the Beast.
I would have kicked that phone right out of her hand.
I leaned in and said some expletives and got me in trouble with my wife. But I'm like, I don't care. Like, that shouldn't be out here.
Yeah, terrible. It's horrible. It's ignorant. All right, we're going to number 2. Back to Brock.
Old people at the doctor's office.
Please explain this one.
There goes our over 65 crowd.
Well, here's the problem. Like, I was just going to put old people in general.
Yeah.
I thought that was cute, so I narrowed it down to old people at the doctor's office because it never fails. Like, if I'm at the doctor's office, there's always some crisis around an old person where they just don't have anything better to do, I think. I'm going to share a story I posted this on Facebook and got trolled real hard for it. But I took Diana there, this is a couple months ago, to like an urgent care. It was right before they closed. There was nobody in the waiting room, just me sitting there. Diana's already in the back. This old lady, she walks in on her own accord, totally fine. She starts screaming, help me, I need a wheelchair. I'm like, I'm not helping her, I don't know what's going on. Then she starts whistling at me like a dog to get my attention. And then all these people run out, and then she was fine as soon as she got the attention she needed.
Yeah.
She was just trying to hop the line. That's what they do. I can't stand it.
Yep. I agree with you. All right, Justin, you're number 2?
My number 2. So when somebody asks you a recommendation, asks you for a recommendation on something because you are considered the quote-unquote subject matter expert, somebody asks your recommendation, the response then is, no, that won't work. Do it this other way. Just, why did you ask me? Why?
To be annoying.
You've admitted before this that I was the expert. You didn't know, but now my answer is wrong.
This sounds like something that I get involved with my children when they say, hey, do you know what this is? As soon as I start talking, I know. And they just cut me off. Yeah, no, that's fine. And I'm like, then don't ask me. Shut up. Don't ask me then. Like, yeah, that burns my ass too when people do that crap.
Yep.
If you didn't want my opinion, then don't. I hate that I work for a financial institution, but I do IT, and people always ask my question on financial advice. And I'm like, that's not what I do. Stop asking me. I don't know. I don't know what you're supposed to do. I work with computers. Shut up. So my number 2 is something that if Ken was here, he would have yelled at me before because it was a useless debate topic at one point a while ago. And my number 2 is people who order more than 2 items at the deli counter.
I knew this was coming up.
You knew it was going to be on there. Oh, God, nothing makes me more mad than when they stand there and just start ordering. And I'm like, look, there is a ton of people behind us. You got your sausage, you got your pepperoni, you got your cheese. You're done. You don't need any more. Go back to the line, and you got to get a new number and start over. There's so many people here, and I was there a couple weeks ago, and this guy was ordering all this stuff, and this lady in front of me was like, Ah, jeez. He's still going. Ah, boy, this is so slow. I said, oh, that's the deli counter at Walmart. It's the third level of hell. I said, it's terrible. You're here all night long. She gets up there and she's like, pound of American cheese, pound of turkey. And I'm like, okay, all right, you should be done. Then she's like, can I taste that chicken? Starts tasting it, talking about the thinness of the slice. I was kicking the cart. I was huffing and puffing real loud. Sarah's like, calm down. What's wrong with you? I'm like, this bitch was giving this guy shit and then gets up and it's like the deli counter's her personal assistant. The guy that works at the deli counter isn't there just to serve you. He's got to serve everybody in that damn store. He's not your, oh, let me taste that. Let me see how thin that is. Oh, try another piece. Do you have the this brand? And like, bitch, order 2 things. You get 2 things, and then that's it. You go to the back of the line. Sorry. I'm sorry.
We have a strategy now when we have to go to the deli counter. We split up. Like, if we're both able to go, like, I go do all the other shopping while she stands at the counter, and I'm usually done before her.
Who doesn't feel like walking around? You can go stand there at the deli counter and die like everyone else that goes there to die. I was at the deli counter again today, and the guy's just cutting meat, not paying any attention to me. And I just start banging on the glass, smacking that thing real hard. I'm like, hey, there's no one here, and I'm still waiting at the damn deli counter.
It's a requirement.
Oh.
They have your picture up in the back.
And when we were on vacation, that place, there's a restaurant or a supermarket just called Giant down in Maryland. And do you have Giants where you're at down there, Justin, in South Carolina? They're not like Giant, it was just Giant. They had the, what did he say?
North Carolina.
I always say the wrong one. They have a kiosk. So you walk in, you order your meats, and then you just go do the rest of your shopping. And then you go up and you just pick it up in like a tray that's sitting there, like they'll call it over the loudspeaker. I'm like, this is great. This takes away the whole waiting. It's great. All right, so
does your 2 items still apply to that system?
No, you can do whatever you want. If you're doing it over there, it's fine because I'm not waiting. All right, and coming in at number 1, Brock.
People who are rude to service employees.
Oh, that's a big one.
Yeah.
Anytime that like I'm in a fast food restaurant or something, I feel like I need to speak for the employee who's being abused, and I always end up myself in trouble.
Yeah.
It's not the 16-year-old kid at the counter making $7.25 an hour's fault that things are getting held up because it's busy or something like that.
Calm down.
It gives them any right to attack these people.
Right.
It's ridiculous. Sometimes it's deserved, but most of the time it's not.
Yeah, but I mean, so your Big Mac was cold or they screwed it up. Calm down.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the end of it.
It's so unfair. You're talking to a kid 9 times out of 10 who can't defend himself.
Yeah.
And it just it bothers me to the point where I always say something anymore.
Good.
That's my number 1.
Number 1. It's a good number 1. Justin?
The sound of chewing. Also known as misophonia, which is not technically considered a psychiatric disorder, but it is in that family, and it literally means the hatred of sound, something that causes a physical reaction due to a sound.
So people just chewing bothers you?
Drives me nuts. If
Why?
I can hear it, it like I tense. It drives me crazy.
You were just chewing when I got on this camera with you, and we were sitting here talking. You were chomping away, eating something, eating candy,
which is why I muted the microphone,
sucking on hard candy or whatever it was over there. So you did your own thing. That drives Saber crazy too. When the kids chew with their mouths open and chew too loud, sound like a horse.
You can tell Sabe that she suffers from misophonia.
Well, she suffers from a lot of things other than misophonia. All right, so my number 1 is people that leave the lights on in my house or any house. Namely, this is revolved around kids, but I walk around this house all goddamn day shutting lights off. And I mean, in the bathroom in my hallway, I will turn the light off, walk into the other room, come back on, it's on again. I don't understand. I mean, my electric bill's through the roof. Lights are always on. If I'm away and I come home, my house looks like it's like lit up like a Christmas tree. I'm like, look at all these lights are on. And I know half these people are asleep, but lights are on everywhere. Right now I can look out in the hallway and I can see that there's just tons of lights on for no apparent reason. It drives me insane leaving lights on. It just, and I used to do it when I was a kid. I used to drive my father insane. Now I'm my father. It's just nuts. I hate it. But it's mostly kid related.
This is funny. When I was growing up, I used to always leave my bedroom light on, and my older sister, Shelby, would bribe me to turn my lights off with Ninja Turtle action figures.
Did it work? My threat to Alex is every time he leaves the light on, he's going to lose half-hour video game time. I'm sorry. And he comes running back in. It just aggravates me. Fans are on, TVs are on, lights are on. Before I go to bed, I got to go in all 4 bedrooms and shut TVs off, lights off, TVs off, lights off, music off, phone off. It's like, my God, just draining me all night long. It's ridiculous. It's a huge pet peeve of mine. Anybody have any honorable mentions?
I had one that was similar to your deli counter one, and it's people who go through a drive-through ordering for several people.
Oh, several orders.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I have 4 orders. No, you don't. You have 1.
Go inside.
Yep.
That's a big one. You have any honorable mentions, Cheese?
That one kind of triggered a thought in my head. I got stuck behind a lady at the bank drive-through ATM the other day who was depositing individual checks. Yeah, I had to put my windows up because I was yelling obscenities and I didn't actually want her to hear me.
An honorable mention for me is like when you go to the grocery store or any kind of store is people who are not aware of their surroundings. So,
yeah.
Like you're walking down, you're pushing a button, all of a sudden they just go right in front of you. And I turn around and they look at you like, oh, I did something wrong. Like, pay attention. Look where you're going. I say it all the time. Look where you're going when you're walking around a store. They just walk right in front of you, push their cart right in front of you, block the aisle. I want to get like a battering ram on the front of my cart, so I just smash on them all. The other pet peeve of mine is people who don't do their podcast homework when I give it to them or come prepared for an episode. That's that's number 1. That's number 1 for me. That was my real number 1.
Another one I had was I call them invading families or families of invaders, where, like, say you're ordering a pizza at the pizza counter, at the pizza place. Does the entire family of 7 need to be up there to order the pizza? No. Just one person can represent the entire family.
Yeah.
I call them invading families.
I like it.
Nobody else can get there. Nobody else can order.
I like it. All right, well, there you go. We have any other ones?
The Heat.
The Heat. The Miami Heat. Yes, I feel the same way about that. No, the Heat's fine because the cold's coming. It's just the Heat's fine. Summer is nice. Don't end it for me, Justin. God damn it.
Hey, man, spend some time down here.
I will. I don't know what
the humidity is. I have.
You're inside all day. There's no way it's bothering you. You're inside all day.
No, not my car. I have one of those sunshades in my windshield at all times.
Mm-hmm.
I still got in my car the other day and burned my hand on the gear shift.
Well, if you had a garage down there, you wouldn't have any problems, though.
This is true.
Yeah.
But when it's 96 degrees, 89% humidity,
Old Darkness, and you have a car named Darkness.
Yes.
It's already gonna, then this is bound to happen. All right. Well, there you go. Let us know what some of your pet peeves are. If they're mostly just related to Ken, we agree with you. And thanks for listening. Check us out on all our sites. Like, share, subscribe, invite, all that stuff. Thank you. And kiss someone's mother in the mouth, I guess. That's how it works. Have a good one. Later. Bye.